there is a devilish little Anthurium going against the grain. Its leaves are not dark, or velvety, or heart-shaped, or beautifully pendant. No lightning venation, no pretty flower. Instead, it grabs your attention in other ways. Welcome to the stage, Anthurium Diabloense, described in 2022. Not to be confused with another species in the trade, Diabloense. This other species has green foliage and more linear venation. Diabloense has mint to grayish-green foliage with curving venation. While their features are similar, Diabloense is much more dramatic. Its silvery leaves are glossy and sagittate, meaning arrowhead-shaped, and contrasted with large, bright orange berries. With a narrow upsweep to the lobes of its leaves, this plant resembles something of a horned, nightmarish creature, or a bat taking flight. Perhaps Dracula himself? You would be forgiven to assume that these devilish features are why this plant was given such a formidable name. But that's not quite the case. Rather, it is named after a known locality of the species in eastern Guatemala. This highly localized Anthurium is found near Los Cayos del Diablo, the Devil's Keys, and given the Latin suffix ense, which means originating in. Los Cayos del Diablo is tucked away in the deepest point of the Gulf of Honduras, where the countries of Honduras, Guatemala, and Belize share the Caribbean coastline. This region is known for its rich biodiversity and local endemism, with many other aroid species occurring here. So, what's the significance of Diablo? Well, the devil is in the details. Every year on December 7th, Guatemalans celebrate La Quema del Diablo, the burning of the devil. In preparation for the Christmas season, more specifically, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, Guatemalans set fire to a figure of the devil in a blaze of firecrackers. The origin of this tradition traces back to colonial times of the 16th century, when people would light lanterns and bonfires outside their homes to celebrate special occasions. Many also feared that the devil himself lurked in their homes, causing Guatemalans to burn their trash. Burning the evil to purify the good. Based on Guatemalan folklore and a morbid fascination with the devil, it is likely to play a role in the naming of Los Cayos del Diablo. From the mid-1600s to the early 1700s was a time now known as the Golden Age of piracy. Maritime piracy plagued the Gulf of Honduras, prospering off of the high-value trade between the Spanish crown and its New World colonies. Pirates were known to be so cruel that even the local indigenous tribes were aware of their hostility and stayed away from the coastline. Perhaps the incessant presence of ruthless pirates also played a role in the eventual naming of Los Cayos del Diablo. Regardless, it seems that the devil undoubtedly has some influence here. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe. Maybe. Now, for those of you hoping to grow this handsome little aeroid as a houseplant, a true houseplant that can grow in your ambient conditions without pampering, you're in luck. Diabloense is in section Anthurium, the same section as a tried and true classic, Anthurium. These Anthuriums are northern Central American neighbors and have some commonalities between them. The roots are thick and the leaves are robust. Their habitats have a dry season, which means they can tolerate slightly drier conditions than other popular Anthuriums. In my experience, the thick roots of Diabloense and Anthurium are prone to breakage and, by extension, rot, so be careful when repotting. If you get a Diabloense in the mail and the root system is less than ideal, consider cutting off all broken roots and completely rerooting it in water. I know that sounds jarring, but I personally rerooted mine and it surprisingly held onto most of its leaves during the process. Once it's rooted in water, fill the vase or transparent container with a free draining medium like fluval stratum or pumice. Allow the water to evaporate on its own and the roots will slowly begin adapting from water to substrate. Then over time, you can add top layerings of your media of choice for the roots to grow into, whether that be aeroid mix, moss, or something else. Continue adding more of your medium of choice over time and simply allow the roots to grow into it. Or you can be like me and just let it keep rocking in fluval. It don't mind one bit. It's just a matter of preference, guys. All right now, let's get growing. If you liked this video, please interact with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This has been Jake, also known as Plant Gay for Life.